past, patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
You know, I attached to the material very, very personally, and I attacked the project the way I do any project, which is I started with research. The great thing about Hamilton is it is based on and takes place in very, very real places, actual places that you can go online or go to the actual places, still some of them exist, and see what they look like and see what they smell like and taste like and feel like. I knew really early on that we were not going to be able to render each one of these locations in a realistic way. It was impossible. It takes place over 30 years. It's a sweeping, epic story that we would have to find some kind of a theatrical metaphor and a general setting, you know, where the story could take place. And I think the big metaphor is we're kind of building a structure that becomes the scaffolding from which the real tent poles and the building blocks of the country are built from. The turntables really were a seed that was planted early on in my mind. When I read the piece and I listened to the music the very first time, I felt a swirling kind of circular motion to the thing. I didn't really know what that meant. I just sort of filed it away into my mental Rolodex. I didn't know what it meant. And then, you know, I think it's because the hurricane swept Hamilton off of Nevis. There's this kind of circular relationship with Aaron Burr that he has that keeps coming back into his life. There's this like political and, you know, and emotional storm that he goes through. Because one of the things that I'm most proud about the show and the design of Hamilton is that you do not know where the scenery ends off, like leaves off, and the choreography begins. And the piece in general is one of, and I'm not saying it because I'm involved in the show, it's one of the tightest knit collaborative experiences I've ever seen. So you really don't know, between the costumes and the sound and the acting, the performances and the writing and all that stuff, it really is like seamless. It's a huge testament to Tommy, our director, and just in general, everyone trying to live up to this Rosetta Stone that Lynn gave us. Just, that was our due north, and we all were working in service of that piece.